Sorry about that, guys. I had the black screen on. There we go. I was looking at my phone and wondering why it wasn't showing anything, and I was like, oops, I forgot to turn the black screen on. All right, so we're doing a different aircraft today. We're flying the Piper Cherokee. Oh, before I talk about any of this stuff, welcome back, guys, to another flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator X. As always, I am your pilot, Biohazard Candy Kid Airways, or Candy Kid Airlines. I hope you guys will enjoy today's flight. So, as you can see by the title, we are flying from Addington, KEKX, okay? Here, let me show you. We're basically flying, actually, let me make sure So, Illinois is where we're flying to. And we're flying out of Kentucky, okay? So, Aurora Municipal is in Illinois. So, we're basically flying from Kentucky to Illinois, okay? I can even go here to the route, and there it is, okay? Kentucky to Illinois, but we're flying all the way to the top, close to the Great Lakes, one of them. And then, let's see, like always, let's see. Damn it, skipping that one. And we're flying the Piper Cherokee 180. It's a small engine aircraft. We're going to do a day flight. What I actually want to show you here real quick is I've been getting a bunch of modded airplanes. So this list right here that you see, and I'm getting actually more of them. As you can see from this little download tab. But I didn't click on show all variations. Well, so here's all the regular helicopters, but I have like some Airbus A320-200s, A318-271s. I have these, black shape prime. I have these aircraft right here, which don't show any pictures. I don't have, this is all the FSX stuff. This I just got today. It's a 777, okay, 300 ER, and I have all these aircraft, all these, I have all these airliners. So I will be flying these airliners from their respective countries to another destination. Or I might, like, if it's American Airlines, I might start not even America. I might be like doing a returning flight. We're in like England and we're returning to New York. Let's see. Then you come down here. I have this Bombardier CRJ 900 ER Canadian Regional. Then I have this Cessna C206 Stationair Super Skywagon. Then I have the Cessna 185 Skywagon. Then here's all these conveyors, okay? And then these are conveyors with like liveries. This is part of one too. You just can't see the Pacific livery, or whatever you want to call it. The paint job. So I have all these. Then I have this last one. Then you come down to here, and I have, of course, these micro levs, okay? Different paint jobs. Here's the Piper I'm flying. Then I have a Piper Mirage. Then a Piper PA, A38-112. Then a Pipestrel Virus, and then Project Airbus. So I've been getting some new airplanes. They work. I've tested them. I basically import them into FSX, see if they work. If they don't work, I put the stuff in the recycle bin, throw it away, whatever. So today we're flying this. The flight is going to be 2 hours and 38 minutes. Huh? What? That can't be right. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to flying. Oh, and I adjusted my throttle settings. Don't worry. I just need to press P. Now this is the flight model. This is what I got. I've had this before, so, you know, it's a good flight model. I don't have any problems with it. You know, now, and I didn't before. So, the head doesn't move like in the FSX planes. This is a really good plane, though. I like this plane. I've actually seen it in videos, not in real life, but I've watched videos of this plane, and it's pretty cool. So, yeah, we're going to do a cold start, and then we're going to do pushback, which I forgot what button it is. Alrighty, I just remembered. Okay, so, it's, for some reason, it's just like the Cessna. So, you know, the only thing is, it has a, it has this blue one for the prop, okay, in the center. But other than that, it's set up just like a Cessna. So I am pretty familiar with this one. And we do have a warning sign on. We have speed brakes on. Okay. So let's turn everything off. Okay. So remember how this was like not all the way? Well, now I fixed it. Everything goes all the way. Okay? All the throttle, the prop, you know, the, what do you want to call these? The little throttle handle yoke thing, the prop yoke, and the mixture yoke, they work just fine. This doesn't work because we don't have gear up, gear down. It's a fixed gear airplane. We don't have speed brakes on. Let's see, nothing else is on. Okay. I'm going to have my, I'm going to have the little, what's it called? The switch for turning on the engine. I'm going to have it all the way off. That way I don't accidentally turn on the engine. If we were to come, oh, and that's the correct time for in-game. I'm not doing a night flight where it would give me the time of where I am actually. and stuff like that. So let's open this up. Let's make it big. Let's see, keys, checklist. All right, before takeoff, let's see, magnetos. Throttle closed. Okay, throttle is closed. Fuel boost pump switch off. Master switch before starting. Okay, press F2 until fully out. Okay, let's see, high RPMs, propeller. Let's see, okay, everything is off and up. All right, engine start. I'm just checking to see if there's anything different. Rudder trim. Okay, taxi, parking brake. All right. Well, let's turn this on. Oh, we need our this. Yes. No. That's a radio stack, which that is quite small for the radio stack. Huh. We're gonna need this. Oof. Oh, I can't adjust this, by the way. So it's stuck at what it's stuck at, but that's okay. I'll still be able to read it. Oh, okay, so we want this up. Props up. Check the propeller area to see if it's clear. Yes, sir. We want to check all of our flaps and ailerons. All right. Check our brakes. All right. Brakes are set. Brakes check. Open throttle just a bit. And then we start. All right. Don't ask me why the plane is doing that. No, probably the flight model. Alright, so we are going to taxi so let me see. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, we need what direction? Okay, we're headed. Well, this is wrong. That's weird. So, we need to go kind of south. Here, let me check this map. Okay. So we need to go. Okay, we need to depart. We can depart from 29 or 5. I mean 23 or 5. Doesn't really matter, but then we'll have to select like if we'll have to select like, you know, north, south, east, or west. You know what? Let's go. We'll just go 5. What the hell? Alright, so we're gonna go to 5. The weather's the same. I know what the weather's like. So we're just gonna tune into traffic. Select runway for takeoff. We're gonna select 5. Alright. Announcing taxi.
Kilo Echo Kilo X-ray traffic. Piper November 8121 Whiskey is taxiing to runway 5.
Jesus. Hold up. Okay, we're departing from the south. Actually, we're not. We're departing from the west. Yeah, because it runs east and west. So, yeah, we're departing from the west. Alright. So let's do our pushback. I don't want to push back too far, but I want to be far enough to where I can get back on the alright, so 5 should be yes sir. I actually could, no, it's better that we do not go through there. Alright. Alright. See if there's another airplane coming in for landing. There's the moon. Alrighty. Looks like we're good. So we're departing from the west. So we want to go number 9.
Kilo Echo Kilo X-ray traffic Piper November 8121 Whiskey taking off runway 5 departure to the west.
And we're off. Now, I think someone just took the Cessna plane and just, you know, stuck it in here. That's why it sounds like the Cessna plane. You know, it flies kind of like a Cessna plane. Kind of, I mean, it's a model that works. We gotta set our heading indicator. And then we gotta set this thing. All right. Alrighty. We're in airspace ahead, less than 10 minutes. Right. Yes. I don't know what's going on. Speed brake. Oh, that should be off. I don't know. Near airspace, less than 2 minutes. Alright. Aha! We're in it.
Louisville departure Piper November 8121 Whiskey miles southeast of 70 Kilo Yankee 2700, altimeter 2983. Copy, Piper 2-1 Whiskey.
Alrighty, guys. So I want to say some things here regarding FSX, Microsoft Flight Simulator 10, or Flight Simulator X, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I'm basically going to be doing lots of flights, like I've been doing. And then, like I'm gonna try to make them as realistic as possible. I might even look into maybe some mods for like cargo passengers. I don't know, maybe, or I might just look into like if FSX can actually okay, hold on. Let's have the radio stacked there for a minute. Let's radio stack this off for a bit. So I might even look into like how to like have passengers get on board when I'm at big airports and I want to have the ramp come in my airplane and then, you know, do the whole backing up sequence. I want that to be realistic. Before, when I oh, there's an airport to the left of us, I mean right of us. I don't know if you can see the runway there, but that is sure a bigger airport than what I took off from, because there's definitely 3 runways, and I just saw the lights off to the side of me. But over to the left, it's just kind of flat, kind of. The airport that we took off from is back there. And we are now approaching this one, which is, if we were to look on the map real quick, just real quick, what is this? I think it's Godman, AAF. I think it's an Air Force base. It says KFTX. So, beats me. I think it's an Air Force base. No. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 runways. Oh, I didn't see that as another runway. Alrighty. So that's to the right of us, but yeah, ahead we got a river. Is Mississippi River? I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with this state, but yeah. And we are still climbing. So I might, in case you are wondering, show the knots, whatever. Oh, come on with this warning sign. Damn it. And I don't see where the lights are, so I just pressed L on my keyboard because I don't see the lights here. And I don't see them here, so I just have them all on. End of story. So yeah, I'm going to simulate some real things in FSX. Now I know this is an old game. A lot of you are probably like, why is he playing this old game? Why isn't he playing Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, 2024, X-Plane 11, you know, something newer? I just don't care to. I have X-Plane 11. I could play that. But I don't care to play anything new. Will my computer handle it? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, my friend told me my computer probably wouldn't handle it. His computer handles it on low settings. Because it's a game that requires a lot. You know, good hardware. I'm sure maybe my computer would be able to handle it. I don't know. I haven't tested that out. But I don't need it. I have this one and I have X-Plane. What is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 going to offer me? I can fly around the world in this one. I can fly around the world in X-Plane. There's flight gear. It's free if I want something that's consistently updated where they add new things. But you get my point. I'm going to get back Rise of Flight and DCS. So I have the flight simulators I have. I like them. They're just fine. So the reason why I restarted my live stream is simply because the title when I did this live stream, this exact one before, the title was incorrect. I wasn't flying both of those airports on the title. Those aren't the airports I was going to and from. So I wasn't starting at that one and going to the other one. These are the ones that I was going to and from. You know, coming from and going to. So trying to get above the clouds. Ah, there's rain. Would you look at that? Wow. How nice. It's raining. Nope. Coming out of it. Oh, I guess not. Little droplets, little driplets. Wow. I'm not even 10,000 feet. Wow, we got a wet one. I'm getting showers. Huh. We're almost at 10,000. And we're clear of the rain, I guess. So I guess around 9,000 feet. We got a little drizzle. For shizzle, drizzle. We're gonna go past 10,000 feet. I know the estimated time is not 3 hours and something minutes. So, for those of you wondering why it's like that, if you're new here, if you're not new here, I'm gonna explain to all of you. It's because when you climb, you go slower, so it adds time. You descend, time decreases. It takes away time because you're going faster. It's that simple.
1 Whiskey. Contact Indianapolis Center on 128.3. Going to 128.3. Piper 21 Whiskey. Indianapolis Center, Piper November 8121 Whiskey. With you, 10,400. Piper November 8121 Whiskey. Indianapolis Center, Roger. Altimeter 2983.
Now I got a flight that I'm going to be watching. It's a guy who flies a small Beechcraft Bonanza. I think, not the V-tail, but one from like the 90s, I guess. You know, or no, maybe the later ones. The ones with the Garmin 1000s. And he's flying from South Dakota or North Dakota. And he's flying to the Bahamas, I think. Somewhere down in there. I'm going to be watching that just to see how he does the whole flight. He has someone with him who's camera, man or woman. You know, he has a camera person with him. As well as he has some cameras in the cockpit, you know, that are just placed there. Like GoPros and stuff probably. I don't know. But he recorded his whole flight. And so I'm going to see how he does it. And stuff like that. I'm actually thinking of doing a flight like that where we fly from somewhere in the United States to maybe somewhere in South America, Central America, I don't know. Maybe we'll go from like United States to Mexico or United States to Canada. You know, and we'll do one of those long haul flights in a small aircraft. And, you know, not this size, but like something a little bit bigger. And I got some other aircraft coming, by the way. That's something else I wanted to explain to you. I have some really, really cool prop planes coming. They're the size of the CRJs. The Bombardiers, the basic ones that come with FSX, the Microsoft ones, the jets, the little business jets. Well, I have some prop planes that can seat. I have them coming. I'm going to start downloading them. And these are ones that can seat about probably 50 people in the whole entire aircraft. You know, they're basically those like very small prop planes that, you know, they take you to like bigger airports, you know, like and like, you know, it's like American Airlines, Delta, you know, stuff like that. That owns and operates them. So yeah, I'll show you in the website that I'm getting them from. So now. Yeah, I'm at almost 1,200 feet. Make sure those are correct. So I'm gonna have a couple other aircraft with me, and stuff like that. You know, I'm gonna be downloading some other aircraft too, and I'm gonna get some liveries for them also, some extra ones. Now, going back to why I'm playing FSX. Well, because FSX, first of all, well, here, actually, let me re-say everything in a different way. So, FSX came out in 2006, and I'll make sure it's not me. Okay. And basically, I've always liked FSX. Like, I thought it was the best flight simulator ever made. Like, when it came out, I was like, this is le creme de la crop. Okay? And one, because I didn't know any other flight simulators like FSX. I didn't know there was X-Plane. I didn't know there was Prepared 3D. I didn't know there was Flight Gear and all these other ones. I knew of, like I said, I knew of like the fighter simulator ones where you fly fighter jets or airplanes from World War II or stuff from the 1950s. I mean, I knew of those, and I played those. I knew of Sierra Pro Pilot 98, 97, 99. That's just because I own Sierra Pro Pilot. And yes, I knew of the PlayStation 2 and Xbox and Nintendo flight simulators that, you know, some were military flight simulators, and some of them were civil. And then, of course, there was stuff like Star Fox and, you know, all those cartoonish ones. But FSX, I was like, wow. Because I got to see it when it came out. I didn't have it. I didn't get it. I was stuck with Sierra Pro Pilot and other games. I was playing Mig Alley. I was playing, there was this other one that was like a top-down view simulation game. I mean, it wasn't like this, but I guess they tried to make some simulation airplane game, top-down view. It was a World War II one. You could fly like American, German, British, and Japanese planes, and Russian. It was very simple. I think each faction had like 5 different planes to choose from, or I don't know, 3 or whatever. So, for the longest time, I wanted FSX. Well, when I was looking into it, I was like, oh, this is probably one of those games that doesn't work, and it's probably out of date and all this stuff. And this was around the Windows 8.1 era, Windows 8. And I had a Windows 7 machine. It was a laptop, and I was like, oh, and it probably doesn't run. You know, it probably doesn't run. This computer probably won't be able to handle it. But when I got my new computer, essentially, my buddy was like, hey, there's a Steam edition. It works. You can get it to run. I mean, it works. They fixed all the issues. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And he showed me X-Plane 11. And I said, you know what? I'll get X-Plane 11 too. Then he actually gave me some other flight sims to play, like Rise of Flight. He showed me DCS, the IL series, as in IL 1946, IL 2 Studmovic. So I like all of them. Sure, I like Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, but this is still my go-to. And it's not because I didn't play it when it first came out. No, it's because I think this is one of the most solid. You know, there's so many add-ons for it, so much content out there, you know, that's free and payware and off the Steam store that you can put in this game. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can make this game look like Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 if you want to. And plus, this is it for me. I don't need any of the new ones. X-Plane is the newest I'll get. I mean, okay, if I get a new PC years down the road, then I'll get 2020 and 2024 to add to my flight sim collection. Once all the bugs and quirks and kinks have been fixed, you know, but that will be like another 10 years down the road. And, you know, whatever operating system is available then, now I'll be using that one from Microsoft. I guess there's a lot of turbulence, so it's making me flip-flop around. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. Welcome aboard. We do have complimentary drinks and snacks like always. You know, and meals, all free of charge. So yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, look at the view, and we will be there shortly. This pilot's got to take a bathroom break.
Piper Cherokee 1 Whiskey. Contact Indianapolis Center on 124.7.
Don't worry, autopilot is on.
Piper 2-1 Whiskey. Did you hear my last transmission? Piper 2-1 Whiskey. ATC service is terminated.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have taken a
Minneapolis Center. Piper
bathroom break.
1-2-1
They terminated my services.
Departure 5 miles southeast of 09er India, India. Request flight following. Piper November 8121 Whiskey, Indianapolis Center, squawk 3202. Squawk 3202, Piper 2-1 Whiskey. Piper 2-1 Whiskey, radar contact line miles southeast of 09er India, India, 13,000, altimeter 29er class 2. Copy, Piper 2-1 Whiskey.
That's what happens when you take a bathroom break and you don't have a co-pilot. I mean, I know it shows one in this aircraft, but I don't have one. Oh, and another thing. I know you guys are wondering, why am I centered on the aircraft and not on the pilot seat? That's just the model. Ask the person who made it. I mean, I don't know. Works for me. I mean, these things work, you know, you see them moving, so the throttles, I mean the little steering whatever, wheels or columns or the yokes. That's what they're called, the yokes. So wow, would you look at that? That's just wow. Wow. That is not in a 3D cockpit. It's usually here. Oh, it goes away. Oh shit. Look at this. Wow. Okay. But why do I have this when I have it right here? This I can understand. I don't have it. This, well, that's that. This, just put it over there. Oh, landing. Flaps up. Right. Approaching and landing. What do we want to be at? Below 110 knots. We are over. We're right at 110 actually, so we want to be like somewhere at 80 when we're landing. 80 sounds great. I know it says below 110, so that could mean 100 or 109, but let's be at 80, please. We want to have a smooth landing. And yeah, it's kind of flat out here. It's real nice though. The clouds, or above cloud cover. Wow, even the low cloud cover. Got a little lake, I guess, with streams, you know, with arms coming out of it. And yeah. So like, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up button, hit that bell notification, hit the thumbs down button if you want to. Your choice. You can chat in the chat. So yeah. If you like these streams, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Let me know. If you don't or you do. I mean, or don't let me know. You know? Doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to provide good content for everyone on this planet. I want to make this world a better place. So, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yum. See, what? How'd this all go away? That's weird. We got 2 hours and 19 minutes left. Now, the next flight we're going to be doing after this one, not right after, but the next flight I set up, I'm going to have some other planes downloaded. I'm gonna have some other planes downloaded, and then we're gonna do like a cool flight that's gonna be longer than what I've been doing. Meaning how should I say this? Like, we'll do like Los Angeles to New York, but we're not going to do it in a small plane. We're going to do it in like an airliner prop plane or something like the Bombardier medium-sized, you know, jet aircraft. You know, that seats like 50 people or something. That's what we're going to be doing. And we're gonna really like do a really good job. I want it to be a really good flight. like I said, I'm gonna see if I can have people load up in the plane, you know, cargo and all that shit. Because I know you can do that. I know you can have like the cargo truck. I know you can have your plane be fueled up. There's all this stuff you can do to make it more realistic. So, and I gotta remember what button it is on my keyboard for the fuel truck, because I don't think I set it on one of my joysticks. So, and on some of these larger jet aircraft or medium-sized ones, or even the prop airplanes that have a lot of stuff, a lot of buttons, I'm gonna have to really practice at starting them up. So I'm gonna do like practice runs before I use them in any live streams, and stuff like that. Because I don't just want to just press E on my keyboard and have it do everything for me. No, it's not how we do things around here. Now I know that in terms of accuracy, FSX is not that accurate. If you were to compare it to X-Plane 11, X-Plane 12, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, or if you were to compare it to just a real-life aircraft. But it's pretty accurate. It's more accurate than the older flight simulators, so, you know. Whoa. We just veered off course. Alrighty, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. I mean, 2 hours and 13 seconds. There's some more waterways. There's that waterway back there. There's me and my co-pilot. Hope you guys are enjoying this flight. There's the aircraft. Thought I'd show the aircraft a bit. The underbelly. The belly. And we're good.
Center.
Yeah, we don't have any more MD-80s flying in the skies. McDonnell Douglas was a great aircraft manufacturer that went under. They got bought out by Boeing, if I recall. And it sucks because they were a competitor to Boeing and Airbus. So I guess just mismanagement, or I don't know. But yeah, I remember flying on an MD-80 in the 90s. What was left of them. I think they lasted until the early 2000s probably. I can't recall. I don't remember. But
128.3, American 1625.
but yeah. So man, flying is totally different today. It's not what it used to be. Like ever since 9/11, you know, ever since that debacle, they destroyed flying. They destroyed it forever. Of course, there were incidences before, but 9/11 is what destroyed flying. Not virtually. I mean, this is virtual. But in the real space, real time, you know, in the real world, they destroyed it. Because still, there's a lot of people who are like, I'm not flying with you. And actually, coronavirus made flying worse. Because now people don't want to be packed together.
United 163 warped with you. United 163 warped, Indianapolis Center, roger.
So, yeah. And plus, a bunch of stuff just sucks in flying these days. They charge you for everything. Even for a bag of peanuts, you have to pay like $1. It's like, what the fuck? You can't just... Aren't you guys making money off your tickets? The fuck do you need to charge $1 for a bag of peanuts? They don't even give you peanuts anymore. They don't... All the snacks now cost. The only thing they give you on an airplane that's free is a cup of water, a soda, tea, coffee, or orange juice. Okay, alright, yeah. Why don't they just give you a cup of water then? Why? Why don't they just even start selling the sodas and the orange juice and just make the water free? Since they want to charge for everything. Oh wait, they should even charge for the water. Like, oh, you want water? Oh, well, that's $1.50. Seriously, if you want to be if you really want to be an asshole, charge for everything. Even charge for the headphones, the blanket. Because I've actually been on an airline. I was flying one year. I forgot what airline. The headphones were literally like $2 or something. They were charging for headphones. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I like the days of 2005, 2006, when we had the Apple iPods. I mean, you can still get MP3 players today, but you get my point. Like, you have your own headphones, you bought them, you've had them for years, you have an MP3 player. Fuck their headphones on the plane if they're charging for them. You don't need to listen to their radio stations. They're shit anyways. And now they're starting to incorporate Wi-Fi into planes and video games in the little screen, you know, little tablet thing. You know? like now they're personalizing everybody's seat, because I noticed the TVs that are like above everyone's head, I noticed that those are like gone. I mean, they're still there. Some airplanes have them, you know, for economy class. But now for economy class, a bunch of the newer airplanes, they're starting to get like these tablet looking things on their seat, where it has like charging ports for USB or even USB-C, and then or they might have a plug, you know, like a little plug thing, and then they'll have like some of them will have like a little telephone there you can call. They come with Wi-Fi, and then within the little, you know, TV thing, you can watch television. I'm just listening to make sure he's not, to see if he's contacting me or someone else. So you can basically watch TV, watch movies, you know, a selection of movies that they give you, and then you can play video games on there. Literally, they have video games on these, and you pull out the little phone and it acts as a controller. I've played some of them. They're shitty games. I would rather, I don't know, pull out my old Game Boy. I'd rather pull out my phone. I'd rather pull out my laptop. And fucking, actually, yeah, I'd rather have a laptop that I can plug in, and then you actually, you know what? Since some of these airplanes are doing Wi-Fi, if I was to take a flight in real life, you know what I would do? During the whole flight? Oh, this will be fun. Since some airliners are incorporating Wi-Fi, I would connect to the internet, and then I would bring my joysticks, okay? I would have FSX hooked up. I would have FSX on my laptop, and I would be live streaming FSX. And I would just use my my microphone that comes with the laptop. I wouldn't bring an actual microphone and the... Actually, I would. You know what I would do? As a matter of fact, I would bring a little lav mic and hook it up. Plug it into the little mic jack thing, and then bring my headphones, and then I'd be playing a flight simulator. Sure, the little fold-out tray probably wouldn't hold my throttles and shit, but hey, if I was on a flight that was like 10 hours long, hell yeah. You know, if it was a flight that was like 5 or more hours, that's what I would be doing. Flight simulator. Heck yeah. I wouldn't play the games that they provide for you on the airplane. Sure, I get it. They got something for the kids, but literally, the kids these days are playing on their parents' phones or their own phone if they got one, which is stupid, or some handheld device. I mean, but I'd bring my laptop. If you know, not the one I have now. I'd get a new laptop, put Windows 10 on it, and I'd fucking download FSX and all that shit. Download a bunch of PC games onto it and just play those. And then connect to the Wi-Fi. And I know some of the airplanes, they give you Wi-Fi for a short period of time, and if you want more, you have to pay for it. I think. I'm not sure. But last time I was on a flight, long time ago, I was using the Wi-Fi, or at least I tried to connect. I think, I can't remember. 2 hours and 3 minutes. But yeah, I mean, things changed. Things are changing. Now, I do remember this was the coolest flight ever. I was on a United flight. This was, I was still a kid then. And on that United flight, I got to sit close to the front of the airplane. So, like, before you get to first class, so basically, I was sitting behind first class and business class. We were in economy, but we were basically kind of at the front of the economy. And there was a big, you had your own personal screen on your seat. And I remember there were these games on it that were really cool. And the controller was on this like telephone looking thing. It had like 4 buttons or 5 buttons. It had like an A and B button, and then these 4 little yellow buttons, I think, and then a little, you know, the Super Nintendo, you know, controller. It looked kind of like that, but it was a telephone looking thing, because I think you could call on it too. It had like a dial pad. And I remember it had these games on there that were really cool. There was like an adventure game. There was a racing one. There was a kind of a Street Fighter looking one. There was a sports one. I think it was like basketball, football, or baseball or something. Maybe tennis. It was pretty cool. There was like a puzzle game. But it wasn't a puzzle game like put puzzle pieces together. It was more like kind of a cool, like, you know those puzzle games? They're like adventure puzzle games. Like you do quests, and then you have to unlock these puzzles, and then you walk around, and you get gems and shit. It was something like that, I think. I thought that was the coolest experience ever, because I was like, you know what? I love these games on here. These video games are awesome. But now they offer you these games that, I don't know. Like, I played this one golf game. The last flight I did where it had games on them. It just, nah, I'd rather play my Tiger Woods 2013, or, you know, the PGA Tour, Microsoft Golf 3D. This one just, I don't know. This wasn't, sure, it was the most appealing game out of all the others, because the other ones were literally shit. It was literally a game where it was like puzzles. Like, with puzzle pieces, you just put a picture together. And then there was another one that was, I don't know, nah. Nah. I'd still rather bring a laptop, you know. And how we got Wi-Fi on airplanes? Wow. That shows how far ahead we are. So if you guys are just joining me on this flight, welcome. We do have drinks such as water, soda, tea, orange juice, apple juice, like basically your sodas, your juices, your teas, and your water. Mostly water. We do have food on board. So food and drinks. And you want some entertainment? I got you covered. Don't you worry. We have desktop PCs on this aircraft. You can do what the fuck you want on those desktops, and we do have internet service on here. It's free. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who are flying and you're streaming, you're like a streamer, you're you know, you want to stream, you want to do videos, oh, trust me, We got cameras, we got microphones, we got audio interfaces, we got everything. You see what you can do when you use your imagination? You see what you can come up with? Yeah, see, I run the best airline on the planet. And everything is free. Except for your plane ticket. But a plane ticket, you know how much is a plane ticket? You guys want to know? On Biohazard Candy Kid Airways or airline, a ticket's gonna run you about $50 anywhere in the world, and it's non-stop. All flights are non-stop. You go directly to where you need to go. $50 ticket. That's it. Oh, and I'm making money, trust me. Because everybody flies on my airline. They choose my airline. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Oh, and we have the best security on here, too. Trust me. I had a guy literally just try to hijack me on the last flight. Tried to. As soon as he stood up out of his seat, one of the security teams shot him right in the head. And then we just launched him out the back of the airplane, and he just started falling out the sky. Dead. Oh, FAA said, congratulations, you just moved up a rank. Police, military, they said, thank you for your service. Yeah? Terrorist, gone. He was a human being. Doesn't matter. His color doesn't matter. He was a human being from planet Earth. He tried to take control of the plane. He was going to ram it into a grocery store. Because he wanted to land at a grocery store because he said he was hungry. I told him we had food, and he's like, no, I want grocery store food. And I said no. So he's like, alright, fine, I'm going to go land at a grocery store. I said, no, you're not. Bam. Shot him. We launched him. Oh, and actually, when we found out that he actually landed dead at a grocery store. Huh. Yeah. So we sent him where he wanted to go. Just dead. Not alive. And police, firefighters, paramedics came there, military, president, all leaders of the world, everybody. They came to that little grocery store that he plopped himself, right down at. And, that was it. They just were like, oh, wow, shit. That airline's no joke. I wouldn't want to mess with that airline. And police, and then they took the body away. Not police, but paramedics took the body away. They didn't even bury him. You know what they did? They burned him. They just burned his body. Just put him in a pile of skull and bones, whatever, and they just burned him.
Piper Cherokee 1 Whiskey. Contact Indianapolis Center on 132.2. 132.2 for Piper 1 Whiskey. Indianapolis Center, Piper November 8121 Whiskey with you. Piper November 8121 Whiskey, Indianapolis Center, Roger. Altimeter 2941.
So yeah, don't come on this airline trying to, do some funny business. Because we got security all over. Each one of the passengers is given a gun right under the seat. So if anything happens, they're allowed to shoot. Oh, and you're wondering how, wait, you can't shoot on an aircraft because if you blow a hole through something, there goes the airplane. Well, it's not those kind of bullets. They do kill, but they stay stuck in the person's body. Because once they hit the person's body, they just shatter into a billion pieces to where they don't come out the person's body. And they inject this liquid into the person and they die instantly. Yeah, it's not what you're thinking. Nah, we thought of stuff. Don't you worry. I take care of you guys. Capiche? You can forget about it. This little Johnny here is gonna take care of you. As soon as I see a terrorist, I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah. So I have the safest airline on the planet. And FSX, of course. One hour and 51 minutes left. What did I just do? Okay. And also, while I've been playing this game, I've been downloading some aircraft, which I guess it said it was going to take them like an hour to download. So yeah, they should be done before I finish this live stream.
Indianapolis Center, Cactus 7-1 warp with you. Cactus 7-1 warp, Indianapolis Center, roger.
You're with Cactus 7. Cactus 714, but you're not with me. Wow. So you don't care about me, guys? Indianapolis Center is not with me, I guess. What'd they do? Break up with me? Yeah, right.
Cactus 7-1 warp, turn right heading
Wow, it's pretty flat and barren out here. Oh, there's a landing strip. Nice. Emergency landing strip. I mean, I saw it on the GPS thing, but I didn't know it was right there. I saw one. I didn't see if it was that one. Always, when you fly, always look on your GPS for like little landing strips like that, because if you have an emergency, you can actually land there, and you can call in like, "Hey, emergency landing," and stuff like that. Unless your radio is broken, then you're just gonna have to, find a way to manage all that stuff. Yeah. So I'll be back shortly, but the autopilot is still on. My bad. I didn't mean to press that. I meant to press the, this one. I think I pressed, no, I didn't press tab. Yeah, I don't know what I pressed there. Oh, wow. That's what Q does? Okay. Sound off, sound on. Alright. Yep. One hour and 44 minutes. Well, I need to stop doing these at night. I need to get my rest. You do these during the day, so Jesus Christ. let's see where we are. Alright, we got some waterways. Yeah. Perfect. Right on schedule or schedule. However you want to say it.
Indianapolis Center, Southwest 2261 with you, flight level 320.
Southwest 2261, Indianapolis Center, roger.
Oh man. One hour and 29 minutes out. Before I actually, well, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. So, when I first got this game, I didn't have a joystick and a flight stick. I mean, remember how I was telling you before about why I like flying this flight simulator. And yeah, I could get the new ones, stuff like that, but you know, this one works just fine. So basically, you know, when I started doing flight simulators as a child, I had a flight stick. It was a Logitech flight stick that had force feedback into the flight stick. Now, are there any flight sticks today that have force feedback? Like I don't know of any. Let me know. Put it in the comment section. But I have flight sticks. I had a flight stick that had force feedback, and it had a throttle. It had I'll have to show you. It was from 2003. And so I used to play flight simulator games, especially like MiG Alley. I used to play that a lot with my flight stick. I don't think so much Sierra Pro Pilot 98, because you had to go into the file settings just to make it work. It wasn't like you mapped out the controller in game. You had to go into the files on your C drive, F drive, D drive, you know, wherever it was. And so you know, I used to have that. Then I don't know what happened to it. If I gave it away, my dad gave it away, mom, I don't know. You know, maybe it broke on me and we just threw it away or something. But I remember it very clearly. And it was a USB. It plugged in through USB when we had like the USB version 1, you know, 1.0. And so then after that, when I got back into flight simulators, I was using a PlayStation 3 USB wired controller. Let me tell you, that was fun. And the fact that you can use a USB PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 controller, alright, that's cool. Then I saw the Thrustmaster TCA Officers Pack, and I was like, I'm gonna get this. Because my buddy had a Thrustmaster TM, what is it, 1600 throttle and flight stick combo pack. And so I got the Officers TA pack. And I think this is great for civil aviation also, because I can add on to my throttle quadrant, which I haven't yet. There's this extra stuff that I don't have, that's missing. And this is the Airbus 380, or yeah, I think Airbus 380 or Airbus whatever pack. So I mean, it's from the Airbus whatever, a replica. So it works. I like it. You know, it plugs and play with this game, which is strange given how old this game is. That, you know, it's funny how this game actually registers, like that it like when you see in the menu screen of the settings for the controls, it actually says like the officer, like Thrustmaster's Officers Pack, the T whatever 20 pack. Like, it doesn't just say USB connected device. It actually, you know, says the name of the product. And I'm like, for a game this old, wow. I have another flight stick, which is a Logitech flight stick. It's a little cheap one. I got it. It sells for around almost $40. Like it's $35 or $30 or something on Amazon. But I got this one for like $15 or something, $10. It was cheap. The problem with it is the joystick. It'll make your airplane go to the right, and it's broken. It's stuck. So I would actually, what I would do with that flight stick is I would plug it in, and then I would use it for like maybe the radio stack or something. Hold on. Okay, 1 hour and 19 minutes, but hold on a minute. So I'm actually looking at the flight stick here. Now it does have a like a whatchamacallit, it has a little D-pad, you know, a little joystick, you know, on it. It does have a rudder. I mean, it does have a throttle on it. It has a lot of buttons for it being a cheap flight stick. I mean, it has let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, oh, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 plus the little you know, the stick itself, and then the little thumb pad thing on top of the stick, and the rudder. I mean the yoke thing. This one wouldn't be really suitable for flight simulators that have like 3 like you see here. There's 3 of these.
Contact Kansas City Center on 127.7.
You see there's 3 throttles here for prop, throttle, and mixture. There's 3 of these. There's the throttle, prop, and mixture. This Logitech joystick wouldn't be perfect for these type of aircraft. But for like the single engine aircraft that just have the mixture and the throttle, I guess. I mean, it's not really meant for. I don't know what this flight stick is for. It doesn't have a bunch of throttles. I mean, I guess this flight stick is meant for like if you were to use it with I don't even know, because it doesn't have like 2 throttles. It doesn't, you know. Even if I was to get this officer's, if I was to get the Airbus throttle, okay, the Airbus joystick thing, and that's it, I would have an issue, and the issue would be that there's only one slider knob, you know, that would act, that could only act as throttle or prop or mixture. So I don't know, but I'm gonna try to figure out this other joystick. I'm gonna get it hooked up and ready to go, and I'm gonna see if I can map some buttons to this joystick. I mean, I map some things to the buttons of this joystick, and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Piper 21 Whiskey. Contact Chicago Center on 135.75.
135.75. Piper 21 Whiskey. Chicago Center. Piper November 8121 Whiskey with you.
Piper November 8121 Whiskey. Chicago Center. Roger. Altimeter 2983.
Like, for instance, you see how, like, I have the radio stack here? I might I don't know, map some of these. I might map some of the radio stack stuff to this other throttle. I mean, this other joystick I have. So we'll see. We'll see in the near future. But definitely I'm going to save up for that extra quadrant. The extra stuff for my Airbus pack. Because I definitely need it. So it completes my Airbus pack. Now, am I ever going to get like gauges and shit? Like actual gauges that plug into my computer? Well, I mean, there are some Logitech ones. They're cheap. They go to a Cessna. It's like the whole Cessna setup. You can get the radio stack. You can get the gauges. You know, the throttles and stuff. My buddy has the throttles. One of my buddies, he actually has the black, blue, and red yokes and shit. Like, not yokes, but the throttles. And he says for the price, they are what they are. They're super cheap. He has them. I mean, I still want to get some. He said they're really cheap. I mean, they're not CH products cheap. Like, he told me never buy from CH products. That's like the worst. But the ones from Logitech, they're, I mean, they are what they are from Logitech. So, yeah. I mean, they're okay. I'll have to show you on off of Amazon, and stuff like that. So. By the way, I want to tell you guys something. Speaking of flight sticks and throttles and stuff. So, one of my buddies, so my friend who helped me out build this computer has a brother who also plays like flight simulators and stuff, like, you know, military ones, civil aviation ones, and all that. You know, and his brother is the one that had the flight sticks and stuff. My friend was using an Xbox controller on his computer, and so I went to this recycling center. They you know, recycled cans and stuff, but they had this store where basically you could buy a bunch of like things that were new and used, and a lot of it was just recycled stuff. So I would always go to their electronics department, and that's where I got the other flight stick from Logitech. I got it from their electronics department, where they would have like old controllers to like TVs and some Nintendo Wii stuff, and maybe some old PS2 stuff, and, you know, radios and and I don't know, just a bunch of things related to electronics. They even had like, you know, PC keyboards and stuff. And so one of the things that so I was in there one day, and I was looking around to see what they had, right? And you guys are gonna be like, no way, no way. So I was looking around, and I was looking to actually maybe see if there was something I could get from my computer, like an extra controller, or I don't know, something, just to see what was there. Something that might have piqued my interest, related to whatever, you know? I think at the time it was like video games or something. Well, okay. I know that a lot of you probably know the company Cytec, right? Which is now owned by Logitech. Literally, there was a huge box down at the bottom. Did not have a price on it. The box was brand new. It was a full-on Cytec, I think X whatever, before Cytec was even bought by Logitech. It was a yoke. It was basically a joystick and a throttle combo with the CD for installing the damn thing. It was from like 2011, I think, or 2012, before when Cytec was only Cytec. And I have an old Cytec controller. It's a it looks like a PS2 controller, but it's for computers, and it takes rechargeable batteries. But this was a full-on Cytec flight simulator throttle and joystick combo, brand new box. Okay, and I was like, how much is this? You know, and it had that old I actually opened the box, got to see it, and it actually had the old you know, when the joysticks used to be, and the throttles, the throttle is just this one big throttle. It's not separate like the Airbus. Remember when they had like the old what is it, that rubbery stuff that over time, when it got super like sticky, it would just, like, it got super wet or grimy, it was all sticky. Well, it had that stuff on it. So literally, I'll show you a picture of one. I'll show you on the internet after I'm done with this flight. But literally, I was like, okay, well, you know, this is gonna be somewhere super expensive for this recycling center. They're not gonna sell this to you $5. You know, it's gonna be, you know, $50, $70, $100. So I went up to the guy and I asked him, and then those people were real cool with me too. They'd even give me discounts at that place. So I asked him, I said, hey, I don't see a price on the box for this old thing. How much is it? And he goes, $25. I was like, eh? Man. On eBay, people are selling them for $150 to like $170 used. Great condition. This, I could tell it had never been used, never been opened, because the box still had tape on it. The box was like freaking, like mint condition. We're talking like if the product had been made yesterday. The joystick and the throttle combo was literally still in the plastic wrapping. The cords were all wrapped up with the little twisties, you know, around the cords to, you know, keep them wrapped up. The instructions manual still in its original package in the original slot. The foam pieces, you know, the whole thing that the controllers sit in, the foam piece, brand new. The CD still in its little CD case, brand new. I bought the thing for $25 and I gave it to my buddy. I had forgotten it was his birthday, and when I got to his house, because literally I called him I bought it, I took it home, and then I called him, and I said, hey buddy, I want to hang out with you. I got something for you. You're going to like it. And he goes, okay. And this buddy of mine has seizures. He's never going to be able to drive. So the closest thing he can do is flight simulators, racing games, stuff like that, video games. So, and we're still friends till this day. I miss that guy. But I have him on my Steam account as a friend, so we play games together. So I called him up and I said, hey buddy, I want to hang out with you. I got something, you know, that I think you might like. And he goes, okay. I said, I want to bring it over, you know. Got something new. And I forgot it was his birthday. Man. I showed up with the box. He was like, And I said, yeah, bro. And this was only $25. And he goes, what? And I said, yeah. Here you go, man. This is all for you. And he goes, seriously? Wow. Thanks. You didn't have to. And I said, nah, man, you don't have your own. I mean, your brother had 2 sets. I mean, your brother basically had a set of 2. One of them, he let his other buddy borrow it, but never, you know, like, grabbed it back. And he said that, you know, he thought you didn't want it or something. So here, I got you your own. Well, I forgot it was his birthday. Or I just didn't know, or maybe I didn't remember. So I went inside, told his parents. I was like, hey, look what I got, you know. Look what I got my buddy. And they're like, oh, wow, he likes that stuff. And I said, yeah, now he has his own. $25. I saw it at the recycling center. It's all brand new, not even used. His mom and dad were like, whoa, you scored big time. So then I showed his brother. And I was like, hey, look what I got your brother, man. Now he can play flight simulators with us and and he doesn't have to use the Xbox controller and go crazy with it. So that's just something I want to tell you. I mean, damn, if I didn't have a flight stick, I would have bought that for myself if I didn't have one. You know. So that's 2 that I found at that place. I found the little cheap one that I got for like $10, the Logitech one, and then I found that SciTech one. And if I did not spend the $200 and something, because I got this flight stick when inflation for electronics like this was high. This was during what was it, 2020, I believe. But anyways, I didn't, so, like, if I didn't get mine, when I got mine, and I saw the, you know, and I was, if I didn't get the one that I got, and then, you know, I saw the other one that I gave to my friend, I would have taken that one for myself. But since I already had one, I was like, hey, I'll give this to a buddy of mine. $25? Shoot, I'll buy this for him. You know? And he was like, oh, and it's my birthday. And I was like, it is? And not that day, but his birthday was coming up. And I said, well, happy pre-birthday. you know? So we got 1 hour and 1 minute left. We're getting there. Man, there's no chatter. Scanning the skies. So, literally, yeah, he was happy. He got his own flight stick. And it's an old one. 2011, 2012. It was nothing new. I got it for him, I think, in 2020. But who cares? It plugs right in. It's USB, except the throttle part, you have to plug it into the joystick in order for it to work. It's not separate, but that's fine. And it uses the old, like, you know, back in the 90s, those old printer, like, what's it called? Those old printer connectors, the long ones with all the pins. That's what the throttle uses. You plug that into the joystick in the back, but the joystick is USB. So, I mean, hey, it worked. We mapped everything to a flight. We basically were mapping everything to IL-2 1946, and so yeah, his brother helped him map everything, and we got it going, and it was real nice. I mean, shoo. Like I said, I would have taken that if I didn't have my own flight stick and a throttle combo. But it beats Xbox and PlayStation controllers and PC controllers that, you know, I like that. So
Piper 21 Whiskey. Contact Chicago Center on 120.175.
120.175. Piper 21 Whiskey. Chicago Center, Piper November 8121 Whiskey, with you, 13,000.
Piper November 8121 Whiskey. Chicago Center. Roger. Altimeter 2952.
yeah, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Cessna, what's it called? The Cessna, there is a name for it, but I'm going to say something else because I can't remember the name, what it's actually called on Amazon. But I am going to get the Cessna gauge pack. I'm going to start getting the radio stack, the gauge pack. I'm going to start buying one by one. Only for the Cessna, though. I'm not going to get anything for an Airbus or a Boeing or none Bombardier. I'm just going to get the whole thing for the Cessna 180. No, shit. For the Cessna Skyhawk 172. I'm going to get those throttle things for the Cessna from Logitech. Will I get the yoke? I mean, I already have a joystick, so I don't think I would need the yoke. I guess the yoke would make it more realistic, but I'm fine with the joystick. Oh, and then I'm going to get the part that I need for my my Airbus Thrustmaster officers pack. I'm gonna need that extra thing that you hook up to the throttle quadrant. So that's coming in the works. I'm just gonna build a small setup. Like for right now, I'm just using the officer's TA pack, the Airbus officer's TA pack or whatever it's called, and it just comes with the joystick and the throttles. you know, the joystick quadrant and the throttle quadrant. But I'm going to get the add-on for the throttle quadrant, and then from there I'll build my Cessna setup and stuff like that. So, but what's going to happen? See, there's a problem. Okay, so you see how this airplane has the black, blue, and red? Well, I have those set up to my my controllers that I have right now. If I get the Cessna throttles, it might interfere with my Thrustmaster throttle box. So I'll have to remap some things. So yeah. Or I'll just unplug the Thrustmaster throttle quadrant, and then I'll just plug in the Cessna ones and just have those work instead of the other one. And then when I want to use any other aircraft, I'll plug in my Thrustmaster throttle quadrant. So we shall see. But yeah, so that's what's coming in the works. I mean, that's what's in the works. That's what's coming up. Because I'm sick and tired of just sitting here debating, like, should I get this? Should I get that? You know, do I really need it? Do I not really need it? Sure, I can look at all the gauges in game, but I keep having to use the scroll wheel to scroll up and down, you know, for everything, and it's nice. I have no problem doing that, but if I had actual physical buttons, that'd be really sweet too. Now I know there's this box that you can get where you stick every gauge in to. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. I have no idea. I don't know how big it is. I mean, I can look on Amazon how big it is, but if I actually get it, I don't know if it's gonna take up my space on the screen or something, like, you know. If not, I'll just keep what I have and just get the extra deal for the Thrustmaster throttle quadrant, and that's it, you know, and just be satisfied with what I have. I mean, I'm satisfied with what I have right now, you know. But I don't know, I'm just thinking about getting stuff for the Cessna. I mean, maybe I'll even get the yoke for the Cessna, because you can get the yoke with the little black, blue and red levers. You can get that as a combo, which is really nice. Oh, and there's throttle pedal. There's pedals too that I could get also, which my buddy has a pair of pedals. They're rudder pedals. They're the big kind, and I'm thinking about getting a pair of those too. So I use that instead of whatchamacallit, instead of the joystick, we're going left and right. So, but I'll see. I will see. If not, you know, I'll just probably get the little gauge clusters and maybe the radio stack thing. You know. If not, I can just do it in game like I've been doing. No problem. No big worries, no fuss. Just some stuff to add on later on. Who knows? We'll see. Nice. Right on schedule. We're just cruising along here. I'll start descending when I get closer to like 39 minutes out. Probably around like 43 minutes.
Center, Piper November 8121 Whiskey, with you.
Piper November 8121 Whiskey, Chicago Center, roger. Altimeter 2952.
Alright, we're going to start descending now, so yeah. We're 24 minutes out, and we're descending. We're close to 10,000 feet. I want to be at a respectable 3,000 upon being in the vicinity, in the area. And we'll go from there. Alrighty. We're getting there.
Piper 2-1 Whiskey. Contact Chicago approach on 118.4.
Going to 118.4, Piper 2-1 Whiskey. Chicago approach, Piper November 8121 Whiskey, with you. Piper November 8121 Whiskey, Chicago approach, roger, altimeter 2952.
We're about 20 minutes out. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be beautiful. And geez, we're kind of still high. But we should be good. And we're not really 19 minutes out. It's basically, like I said before, because we're descending, the estimated time is going a lot quicker because we're descending and we're going a lot faster. So that's the only explanation why, you know, because when we nose up and we're flying straight again, not up or down, you'll see that it'll go back to a different estimated time. So I just want to tell you that Just to have you guys keep that in mind.
Whiskey, contact Chicago's approach on 119.35. 119.35. Piper 21 Whiskey. Chicago approach. Piper November 8121 Whiskey with you. Piper November 8121 Whiskey. Chicago's approach. Roger. Altimeter 2952.
almost there. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight today. Please fly with me again. Oh, okay. So it's runway 33. Let's see. What are we gonna land at? I just want to check how it looks. So I could either, I don't know which one's gonna have me land at, but I could go to 22 or 9 or 18 or 36 or 33 or 15. I don't know. We'll see. And we want to look for KARR. Right there.
Aurora Tower, Piper, November 8121 Whiskey is 12 miles southeast with Zulu to land.
Piper, November 8121 Whiskey, Aurora Tower. Fly straight into runway 33. Altimeter 2952.
Make straight in.
Nice.
Piper 21 Whiskey.
Nice. Nice. Straight into runway 33. Nice. I like this flight. Nice. This is my first one where I'm just gonna fly straight into runway 33. Now, I want to be on the line a bit. All right. Straightforward. Straightforward. Nice. Let me adjust my Oh, I'm way off. I see it way over there. Yeah, let me get lined up here. Yeah, you see the lights out there? That's the runway, not the one with the lights. Well, that's the runway too, but I need to fly into the one with the lights. The one, okay. The runway where you see the lights at, you know, the runway right there where there's the red and blue lights. I'm not landing at that one. I'm landing to the one right here where I'm circling around.
Cleared to land, runway 33, Piper 21 Whiskey.
No, 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 no. I want to be on the runway. Shit. Woo. Man.
Piper 2-1 Whiskey. Exit runway when able.
Aurora, airport information, Zulu 2034 Zulu. Wind 30 warp at 10. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 21, dew point 15. Altimeter 2952. Visual runway 33 in use. Landing and departing runway 33. VFR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Zulu. Aurora, airport information, Alpha 2041 Zulu. Wind 30. 121.7 for Piper 2-1 Whiskey. Aurora ground, Piper November 8121 Whiskey, taxi to parking. Piper November 8121 Whiskey, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo Alpha. Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo Alpha. Piper 2-1 Whiskey.
And another one of my landings. Oh, that works now. Look at that. That's exactly what I've wanted. It didn't work before on my old setup. But this is going to help so much now. These arrows, before it wouldn't show up. Now it does. This is helpful. Yes, progressive taxing on. Yep. Making sure that there's nothing out there. Alrighty. We're set. We're done. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight. Because I know I did. All lights are off. And that. Things off. We're good. Flaps are up. Yep. Alrighty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flight as much as I did, you know, flying it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to download a couple more aircraft to have in the game, and we'll do some awesome flying. Alright? So you guys stay tuned for that. Yeah. But here we are. We made it safely. Safe and sound. Alright? Alrighty, guys. I'm going to get going to bed here. Super late. Alright. Peace out. Peace, peace. Make the world a better place. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you all real soon.